right, all right, all right. All right, here we go. Here we go. No games, just business podcast, episode 41. I'm Darius. I'm here with my man Don. What's good, Don? I like the
I,
hat, man. I like the
I
hat. Yo,
appreciate it.
he's pulling
Hey,
out some new heat lately, man.
I've been sitting here. I was like, let me go ahead and show Darius what his money is gonna go to once I win my hat bets. You know what I'm saying? So I said, let me start pulling them out and letting him see what it's going to go to.
Yeah, y'all gonna see some exclusive heat later this year, man. When Don, pays up all his bets. But we finally got Isaiah in the building. What's good, Isaiah?
Yo, what's up, fellas? How y'all been?
Doing good, man. Doing
Can't
good, man.
complain.
Glad to have you back, brother.
Oh yeah, glad to be back, bro.
Isaiah been talking some nonsense this last
Already.
couple of days, but we like it, man. We like it.
Okay, I'm gonna come with the facts, man. I'm gonna come with the facts.
There's another man on this podcast that say he be coming with facts, but it'd be some nonsense. It'd just be some nonsense.
Oh, I get the people what they want, man. I get the people what they want. Just speak facts, man.
Oh, Jesus.
That's it, man. Falcons. Oh, we're gonna talk about them a little later, but it's all right.
Yeah. We shall.
I should have worn my hat today, man. What's wrong with me, man?
Hey.
Dang, I didn't even represent today. I want everyone to pray for Don.
Oh Lord.
Be with Don. Send Don some flowers, some love.
And why is that?
Still weeping. We haven't even spoke since you guys were defeated in the NBA Finals.
We ain't talked since then?
I mean, we talked about it that day, but after that,
No,
day,
I could have swore.
I haven't heard you say anything about it.
I mean, what you want me to say? There's nothing
He's been on
to
his
say.
Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
Dame Lillard tour.
Even when we lose, we win. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not worried about that finals. The better team won. Jokic is that guy. Hey, ain't nothing you could have did with him.
Don,
Yo,
y'all, you still think y'all getting Lillard? I saw Paul George might be going to Portland.
I highly doubt that, to be honest with you.
Hey, he on the market before Dame.
I got some stuff here that I've been seeing around the league. It's a whole bunch of rumors, but all I know is if Portland don't get somebody by tomorrow, Damian Lillard might be in Miami by tomorrow.
Well, I know one thing: if Paul George go, Damian Lillard ain't going nowhere.
You acting like Paul George swaying the needle.
No, we'll get into him a little later. I got a little, I don't know about that.
Huh?
I don't know about that Paul George situation going to Portland.
He on the block, man. Either Portland or I forgot where else they said he
Rockets.
The Rockets.
We don't want him.
Hey, if y'all get James back though, and you get PG.
Oh God. Please don't do that, Houston.
I like y'all center, bro. I like him better than KPJ, yeah.
Oh yeah, Sagoon nice.
He fit better with PG and Harden.
Shit, he a Mr. Do It All too. He'll fuck around and go out there and get you a couple of.
He ain't no Jokic.
He definitely ain't no Jokic. But I mean, he's talented. He's very talented. He put up 18, like 10, and he'll give you like 7, 8 assists. I won't say it's consistent, but he could go out there and do it. Don, what we got on the agenda today, man?
Man, we got a slew of topics. We got around the association. I can tell you right now, people, it's going to be some nonsense being said once we get to certain topics because they've started already talking some nonsense. So we're going to chop it up about maybe the Bradley Beal trade, some stuff that affect the Bradley Beal trade, just stuff that might be going around the NBA. Then we're going to have all-time shooting guards. I can tell you right now, one of us, not me, is going to say some nonsense like they did last week and draft Derrick Rose. And then we're going to go to round robin. It ain't hating, the people have spoke. That was some not. My team would have swept your team, but what they said, 40 or 80, like it was craziness. And then we're gonna fit, huh?
Not true.
We're gonna finish it off with some record predictions for the sorriest division in the NFL. Most of the teams in that division is straight trash, but we're gonna leave it at that. And then, we're gonna hear Darius say some nonsense. He's probably gonna have one of those teams. I'd say he probably gonna give them about 10, 11, 12 wins. It's gonna be some nonsense. I can tell you that right now. But before we get that started, I want everybody to like, subscribe, comment, leave 5 stars, and let's get this thing started.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Don just said a bunch of nonsense, but it's all right, man. It's all right. It's typical. We love it. We love it, man. Around the league, around the NBA. So what you got? What you got, fellas? So we start off with the juicy topic that we already, before we even started, we was already on it. Or should we start with something?
Well, I think we should talk about what led to that, the Bradley Beal trade.
Okay.
How y'all feel? How y'all feeling about the trade for one, and then we can get to the second part of that conversation.
For me, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of this Big Three era anymore, man. I'm liking what the Nuggets did. I'm liking what the Heat does. Bringing at least one star after being able to develop a group of guys that's already on your team. And the Heat's philosophy is totally different from others, especially with their workouts and the way they train. But as far as the Suns itself, I think for Bradley Beal, it works well because he's never been a number 3. So he's gotten up a lot more shots that, may not have been good looks. Now he can shoot a higher percentage because teams are more focused on double teaming KD, double teaming Book, and now that leaves Bradley Beal open for more shots. And he may be a lot more efficient. So I think for him in general, it's a good move. I just don't know how the team around them is going to look. Are they going to be? Is it going to be a young roster? Or is it just going to be a bunch of you try to plug and play with like a ball dominant guy like a Reggie Jackson, or you're bringing in guys in that nature. What are they going to do with Ayton? Is he staying? So it's still a lot of unknowns as far as the rest of the team. But those 3 guys as scorers, okay, you got a good offensive repertoire, a lot of offensive threats, but where's the defense as well? So that's another thing. So I'm just curious on how this roster is really going to go. I'm not going to say, I thought KD with Chris Paul, with TJ Warren, with Ayton and Devin Book, I thought that was the roster to go to the finals because I still think CP still had a little bit left in the tank, but unfortunately, he still battles the injuries when it comes to the playoff times. So I don't know what this team is going to look like moving forward. We'll just have to see. What you got?
What you got, Isaiah?
I agree with you. I think that when you look at this Big Three, they got 3 elite scorers at each position, but there's no defense. Any type of Big Three that's been successful as far as winning the championship, all players have been different. You look back at Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and KG in Boston. 3 guys they all have 3 different styles of play. Kobe, Powell, and Ron Artest. Braun Wade and Bosh. It's just you have to have some type of two-way caliber player. I think in this particular lineup, like you said, no Chris Paul back. Bench is scarce, so I'm imagining Beal or Book probably gonna play the point a little more. You might see KD having to be down in the post a little more, which I think he played better at the 3, rather than playing down in the post. But they don't have no size, so I don't. In the long run, I think it looked good on 2K. and offensively, but man, I don't think it's no championship team. Not how they built right now.
I'm cooking everyone in 2K.
Yeah, they not
with that roster.
Yeah, but they not winning no chips, man, for real.
I agree with y'all. Yeah, I basically agree with y'all. I'm not. I say this: I was surprised by him going to the Suns, but then after I found out that his agent, with his dad, his agent was the father of the CEO of the Suns, I was just like, well, I'm not too surprised now that he ended up in Phoenix, especially for that weak ass package there. But then they also said Miami backed off because of the taxes. They didn't want to have to pay all those taxes for Bradley Beal, somebody that's, let's face it, I don't think Bradley Beal's, he's probably not even top 25 right now, to be honest with you, but he's still a good player. He still could be a needle mover, to be honest with you, but
like top 25 in the league.
Yeah, but it's to the point where it's like him and Booker are basically the same. Like it's two guards that can play make somewhat, but Booker, I would rather have Booker right now based off of what all you see. Beal is not dependable when it comes to injury. KD is starting to become a little bit injury prone also. So now you got two guys that's injury prone that's going to be making all that money. And now you don't have a point guard. You have campaign trash. And then you got DeAndre Ayton. So you got to figure out if you're going to keep DeAndre Ayton or you're going to package him to get some more pieces. If it's me, I'd probably thinking about packaging him. But then at the same time, you got Frank Vogel as the new coach, who I got to give him his props. When he has had centers, he's made the centers look pretty damn good. He had Roy Hibbert being an all-star. He had Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee in the bubble, balling out in the bubble, helping them win championships. So maybe he can pull something out of DeAndre Ayton. I don't think he can, but maybe. So I'm just trying to think, how is this team going to get constructed? Maybe Phoenix is a nice place. I go there. I go there at least once a year. Family live out there. It's a nice place. So I don't think they.
Phoenix, bro.
Nah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. It's nice. I thought about moving there at one point, but the only problem is it's a nice city and everything. But the only problem is, are you going to be able to find these veterans that's going to want to come and join this team? Because now you're doubling down on, okay, the NBA has that new policy that kicks in I think in a year or two, and
2 years.
So now they have to. So now the Suns still do have their mid-level exceptions. Some of the players they can get right now, they have the bird right to some of the players that they had last year, and after like. Whenever it kicks in, they're not going to be able to trade players like that. They're only going to be able to trade players for the exact salary match of the players that they already have. So now you don't have picks like that. You don't have picks. You gave away your second round picks. You gave away your first round picks. It's like, God damn, you're going to be stuck with this team for the next 3-4 years, and you better hope this team can win a championship, because if not. I still would take Denver over them, to be honest with you right now. Like they have no Jokic answer, and you have no defense, like you said. So Jamal Murray is going to do whatever. And I'm a KD guy, but for the second year in a row, I don't know if it's just old age, but you're looking like you get a little bit of physical with KD. He hasn't been able to be the same KD in the playoffs because Aaron Gordon was getting up into him. Boston was getting up into him with the net. So it's like, I don't know if it's just like anomaly or this is the norm now for KD. But I guess we're going to find out. I'm not too high on this team at the moment. I think they're going to be a top 3 seed, but I don't think that they're going to be this this NBA championship team like how you're hearing some of these analysts out here just diving off the top rope and saying, "Oh, this is going to be a NBA championship team already."
No, yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't see them being a NBA championship team at this moment. And you both made some very good points. Of the three, I will say that KD is probably their two-way player because defensively, I mean, he does get down there and protect the rim from time to time. But I think Isaiah is right when he says his best. He plays his best when he's at the three, and
If he can return back to Golden State,
he
KD.
just can't stay healthy. It's really it. I mean, that's another thing. Is KD's health. I mean, we're talking about for the next 3 years. KD is what 34 years old at this point, 35.
Somewhere up there.
Yeah, so you're talking about by the time he's maybe done, he's like 35, 30 between 35 and 37. How many games he's really going to play per year? So the window is
Well,
very small for this team.
what
to
you
win
could
now.
what you could say is they could load manage throughout the season. One night, give one of those guys off, since you know you have two guys that are more injury prone than others, and Beal and KD. You give them, you could rotate or something of that nature. Just try to get them to the playoffs.
And I like that. I like that. I like that you said that because now we're going to segue into the to the next one here. It's actually my second topic. I do have one before this one, but because you said low manage, I want to know what you guys think. Should the Pelicans trade Zion? Zion.
Uh, I, I mean,
Depends on what they,
Would you say?
it depends on what they get back for him.
would you trade the number 3 overall pick for Zion?
I mean, with the way they construct it, it's not a bad thought. I mean, you got Bi. He's 25, 26. He really could be a guy right now. He's already in his prime. He's already mature. He's already been played. He's healthy. He wants to play. Why not?
You got
I-
CJ
what-
McCollum.
Well,
Zion- I was gonna say Zion is a generational talent, though, but you just don't know. Does he want to be there? Does he want to play? Is he going to be able to play?
well, the problem that I come with trading Zion, my problem is what, like you said, what are you getting? Like, I think Zion is more valuable than a number 3 overall pick, and like what either getting Brandon Miller or Scoot Henderson. I think Zion is still has some type of more value than just that. And then I look at like last year when he was playing I believe the Pelicans had the best record in the Western Conference.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. He doesn't play like that, but I feel like you already put yourself in this predicament. You might as well try to see if you can figure it out. I mean, yeah, he had his little off-court drama this off season. It's been entertaining, but I seen Joe Budden tell Zion that his roster is mid. I had to agree, but that's here nor there. Here nor there. But I don't think I would trade Zion right now. I would at least try to see what he does this season, and then if not, I mean, I'm sure there'll be some type of taker. Hey, New York always wants somebody. Everybody's going to New York.
That is true.
Here's my take on Zion. I agree with the fact of I think he hasn't reached his full potential yet. And I think if you trade him, you don't get enough back. You're not getting the same value back if you can maximize his talent, if you can maximize his ability. Because you're right when you say he is a generational talent. Because at 6'6", 285, no one is as explosive. We haven't seen anyone as explosive as he has. And honestly, I have never seen Charles Barkley play in my lifetime, but just his pure size, Charles Barkley didn't even have the explosion that we're talking about 6'6", 250 compared to 6'6", 285, still not as explosive as Zion. And I mean, the reason why I segue into this topic is because when you say low manage, the Pelicans were 17-12 with him before he got injured. and that was one of the best teams in the West at the time. And he was giving you 26, 7, and 5, shooting a 60% from the court. I mean, come on. If I'm the Pelicans, and if I could bump that up from 29 games to 55, 60 games, I'm okay, because that's what LeBron, obviously we're talking about age, huge age difference. But that's what LeBron's giving the Lakers. That's what Kawhi's been doing for the last 4 years. That's
Shoot,
what
Embiid. I think Embiid got around that same amount this year.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are only really playing around 65, maybe 70 games max. Majority of the stars. So
Hey,
I mean,
and to your point, right quick, Embiid has played less games than Zion has in his first 4 years. Granted, totally different circumstances, but just saying, it's the same situation. So I mean, I think that's why I said I think you give this man one more year, see what he does, and then go from there. And plus, I got an ulterior motive of why I don't want Zion traded, but that's here nor there.
you don't want him in the East. Yeah, we know.
No, I don't want him on Portland because then Dame not leaving.
Dame not leaving, brother. I'm sorry to break it to you, but he's not.
Jesus.
So you're gonna have to get that out your head right now, man. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to live with it. You're gonna have to live with it.
What you gonna say? What you gonna say when you see that alert? Damian Lillard traded to the Miami Heat.
I'm saying, that's all right.
Is all right? We not the favorites in the East.
Nah.
You crazy as hell. Who better than us out East if we get Dame?
I don't know. Maybe Boston. I'm gonna stick with Boston. Boston all the way, man. Boston's taking.
Isaiah. Darius has this problem of picking sorry ass teams that keep proving that they can't finish it. He does it with football, and now he's picking Boston, who we just beat without Damian Lillard.
History tells us that next year would be Boston's year to beat Miami. That's what history would tell us now.
History tell me that Boston ain't gonna be there to beat us. That's what history gonna tell me.
Like, the East is really, really wide open. The East is really wide open. So, I mean, if you guys were capable of pulling off a Damian Lillard trade, I mean, that's pretty significant, because I don't know what's going to happen in Philly. Or
trash, just straight trash.
You know,
continue to be trash.
It's going to be a playoff roster, but yeah, I don't see them making it at this point in Embiid's career. I don't see it.
Kind of. That's who really is going to be on the trading block after next year.
That's
Embiid?
a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
You got Embiid, you got possibly Jaylen Brown. I mean,
well, he a free agent after next year.
Yeah,
Jaylen Brown. Isaiah,
yo,
you had some nonsense that you were spewing earlier. Would you care to bring it back up?
Oh, yes. Kevin Durant value has dropped. Now, we want to talk about all time, we can. I don't think that if he was like 12 all time, I'd say he probably about 15. Top 15 all time now. Just because, I mean, his teams have been stacked, everyone. If they don't win moving forward with Bradley Beal and Phoenix, and he don't get another chip, it'll be a completely different outlook. You look at it like that too.
No, I won't. I definitely will not.
No,
I definitely will not. I'm not with you on that nonsense there about KD. KD has done what he's done. I just had to go see who some people that you would try to take him over. I mean, you said right now. I'm looking at The Athletic. They have him ranked number 13. Guys right under him. Yeah. You're taking Jerry West over KD?
No.
I don't even want to ask this name. Well, no, this man might actually he's past KD, so it doesn't matter. Steph. Yeah. No,
Steph is in my top 5, so yeah.
Of course I'm taking over KD.
And then at 16, they got Karl Malone. I'm not taking no damn Karl Malone over no KD.
Nah, I'm not taking Karl Malone over KD.
So I'm just trying to figure out where are you getting this from? Where you just like you're that low on KD just because he's had these great teams with him? That's fine. Everybody, if I go through the top 20, everybody's gonna have these great player with them. Shaq has had Kobe. He's had D Wade every time he's won. Kobe, Paul Gasol, Shaq, who are Tim Duncan. To a lesser degree, Manu and Tony Parker, and then Greg Popovich, who some people say is the greatest coach of all time. Larry has had, Kawhi, Larry, multiple Hall of Famers. Who are Magic got drafted into Hall of Fame situation. If you want to keep it 100, and then you got like Kareem, like Bron, even MJ has had Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen. Like, I cannot knock this man for who he's played with. I can't. Like, if you want to knock him for going to Golden State, that's all fine and dandy. I got an argument for that one too. Y'all want to be the dynasty y'all is without that man if you want to keep it 100. And then you like, I just can't knock that man. I get it. You could say he's played with this guy, that guy, this guy, and that guy. My only retort would be, so there's some other guys that have played with more Hall of Fame players than him, and why they ain't got a championship ring, i.e. Russell Westbrook.
Why don't they?
Because they ain't KD.
All right, so what does that do for a guy like Kawhi, who we discussed, who went and got it on his own? But he also won.
Did he? Did he get it on his own, or did KD and Clay get hurt? Because they was not about to beat Golden State that year. You're a Warriors fan, so you should not.
You're right. I'm a Warriors fan. Just like how you said the dynasty wouldn't have been there if we wouldn't have got KD. No, sir. Wouldn't have been there if Draymond wouldn't have kicked Bron in the nuts. Don't do that. It wasn't. It had a damn thing, and we won after KD.
Hold on, Isaiah.
Finding and searching.
Were y'all gonna beat Bron that following year?
Who knows?
I know.
That's just like saying, well, could we have three-peated?
Well, hold on, because me and you just agreed that Kawhi wouldn't have got that ring in Toronto if it wasn't for y'all getting injured.
But
it's safe to say that Kyrie, Bron, and K Love was going to get it done because y'all had no answers for LeBron, to be honest with you. Bro was really like that. Y'all needed KD, somebody that could go bucket for bucket with LeBron to hit those dagger shots, to take that pressure off of Steph, because at that point, Steph hadn't reached that level of he could go back and forth with a LeBron James, if you want to keep it 100. Dellavedova was locking that man up a little bit.
Steph did struggle.
What? You said a what?
Steph did struggle just about every year in the finals. I don't know about Dellavedova, but
Dellavedova didn't get that man work.
He tried. He tried his hardest to guard Steph.
Man,
hey man, it wasn't try. He was guarding that man.
Listen. In that series, bro, again, Iguodala got hurt. Bogut got hurt. They was defending the paint. Down to the low post, Kevin Love wasn't doing none of that. He out of there. Clay at that time was healthy. Kyrie was not doing all of that. It really was just injuries. It's plenty of what ifs could have happened in NBA history if injuries didn't happen. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But if you look at KD, the caliber of player that he is, his teams in the East should have been the best. Should have came out the East at least 1 year with Kyrie, Harden. Y'all don't have anything, just 2 playoff wins or maybe 1 playoff series win? Come on, man.
But you can't put that on KD. The reason why they didn't do better is because let's actually consider this. I think they only played like a year and a half together or something like that. Like the 3 of them actually on the team together. So one of those years, the first year, Yeah, that's the first year. They was busting the Bucks ass. Him and Kyrie by themselves was busting the Bucks ass the first 2 games. Then Kyrie got hurt, and then you know what happened. The Bucks came back, but KD put on a show. Bro almost took down the Bucks by himself. Injuries was the issue with that, with Harden and Kyrie. Next year, Harden was gone, and then Ben Simmons. Oh, I'm gonna play. What it was, game 3 or game 4. He never showed up. He didn't play. Then you still had the Kyrie drama that whole year where he was suspended some parts of the season. Like, and then also that same year, KD had the Nets at like, what he had them at number 2 or number 3 in the Eastern Conference, and then he got injured, and then that's when they dropped down to 7 to have to face the Boston Celtics. Like, it's not KD's fault why he didn't have success in Brooklyn. You can widely look at injuries in Kyrie and Steve Nash. It was never KD in Brooklyn.
You can look at that, but 40, 50 years from now, they ain't gonna do all that research. I'm gonna look at Kawhi Leonard for what you just said and say, he did it in 1 year in Toronto and got a chip. What's chemistry? DeRozan was fighting for years, could never get over it. Now you could say, man, it was because LeBron James.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a bad.
Because Kyle Lowry might have farted in the left corner. Maybe, hey, it don't matter, bro. They didn't get it done. We're gonna look back in history and we're gonna say, dang, he's a loser.
Is he? He's a loser?
DeRozan?
Oh,
yeah. Not KD. But I mean, yo, again, Brendan had a lot. He didn't have a lot. He had a lot of opportunities.
You still have not told me who else has not had a lot. That's just my thing. Everybody has had a great player play with them. That doesn't guarantee that you're going to win a championship just because you got a great player next to you.
And you're right. It's 2 sides of the coin.
Hell! Look at the person. Look at the person that you was just bragging about. Kawhi ain't won shit since he left Toronto.
You're right.
Darius, what's your take on this?
Yeah. I could, as we were saying before, before we started, KD has had pretty much a stacked team since his 3rd year in the league when they got Harden. Because after that, they consistently won 50-plus games in OKC, and then they did make it to the finals. Obviously, they were the Baby Thunder at that time, but they had a lot of young pieces on that team. Them 3 couldn't get it done. James Harden was the first one out. Then it was KD, and he joined the Warriors team. Now, when we talk about the Warriors team, no matter what team KD went to, at the end of the day, KD was the best player on the court. Majority of the games, majority of the nights, KD was the best player on the court.
Here's real quick question. Just something that just crossed my mind when you brought up the Warriors. Has Steph not been on stacked teams since he's gotten to the league? Because he's always had Clay and Draymond there, and those are arguably Hall of Famers in their own right. Now he got Andrew Wiggins. He's had KD. He's had Boogie. Come on now. Let's stop with the nonsense.
Can I get off? I wanted to bring up this topic, but this might be a controversial topic, and it's kind of off topic, but it's not, because you brought up the point as far as Draymond Green and Klay Thompson being Hall of Famers. Why in the NBA is everyone a Hall of Famer in the NBA? Just kind of think about this. Kind of think about this, right? Devin Booker, is he trajecting to be on the Hall of Fame path? He has one All NBA about, and as far as his scoring, he's probably going to be top 60, top 50 in scoring all time.
Yeah,
I mean
Donovan Mitchell.
But we all know it's easier to get into the Hall of Fame in the NBA than it is like the NFL.
It's pretty ridiculous, to be honest with you. But
I mean, think about some of the guys that's in it, to be honest with you.
That man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Houston fan. I know. I know. Come on, and that's my boy, man. But come on.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, I mean, you can say Steph has been on stacked teams. That's stacked teams. That is very true. Yeah,
Yeah, he
but
been on stacked
but,
teams too. Everybody
but
has. That's one.
wait. I will say Draymond was a second round pick, wasn't he?
They were
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
but look what
and
y'all
Clay
just was
was in the top
discrediting.
five.
Y'all just was discrediting KD when Harden and Russ was drafted to the team that he was already at. But y'all not using that same logic. If y'all want to say everything after the Thunder, then cool.
Wait, but I will say when Harden left, my fault, Isaiah. When Harden left, he did go to Houston and didn't have anyone until Chris Paul came there. When everyone left Westbrook, it was only Westbrook.
Yeah, but I'm saying it wasn't the same. Like for me, Harden wasn't that same Harden that we seen in Houston. We all know that. So I can't sit here and be like, oh, he had Harden, he had Westbrook. Like all those guys got better throughout the years. Westbrook wasn't no Hall of Fame type player back then. He was a good player, just good. He looked good around KD. Harden was a good six man. He wasn't this all-star type level player. Like these guys didn't become who they are until they left or they got by themselves. Or for us, until it was just those two. So I can't sit here and knock this man for who he played with at the beginning. If you want to say the Steph stuff, cool, all cool. You want to bring up the Nets, fine and dandy. If you want to even bring up the Suns, cool. But I that Thunder stuff, I ain't with, to be honest with you.
Hey, can I say something? Cool. Clay and Draymond were they were drafted respectfully. Neither one of them was even Steph Curry included was regarded to being remotely good as what they are now.
Yeah, Johnny Flynn also, went before Steph Curry.
Not only were they drafted together, they stayed together. We can split them up. Let's split them up. What is Clay without Steph?
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
I think Clay's game is transferable. I think he can adjust to another system.
We don't know. But what we do know is that he's not a triple-double averaging MVP. He's not a 60-plus game winning.
That's not him. That's not his game, so we can't say that.
That's not his game. So what you're saying is you're comparing Draymond, because you brought up Draymond, you brought up Boogie. Let's talk about Boogie with
Boogie
Steph.
was way out of
Boogie. Yeah, Boogie with Steph played.
I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just speaking the facts. Bro brought up Serge Ibaka earlier. I'm just speaking the facts of who they played with. Real quick, Isaiah. You said that he wouldn't be a triple double or 60 point per game. I believe didn't Clay drop 60 in 3 quarters? So I can only imagine what he would do on a night in and night basis if he was by himself without having to share the load with Curry.
As a hooper that knows a nigga that can't dribble, Clay at best would be Ray Allen in Miami and Boston. I'm being serious.
Oh my God,
bro.
Oh my God.
Sir, you keep poo-pooing Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, you keep pulling.
But for 5 years straight, he averaged 2.5 blocks per game, and he led the league twice with that OKC team in blocks in the league.
We got Boogie when he played 3 quarters and tore his quad in the first game he returned, and he didn't play no more. So I don't want to hear about Boogie.
Yeah, that championship run he did not
go to state. He'd do shit. He dove for a loose ball and tore his quad the first game back. I was like, ain't that some crap? Draymond Green, since you want to bring him up, he eligible for a contract right now. Only team offering him is Detroit, and we just sent James Wiseman there. But this is your argument to who Steph has played with that is stacked. Harden on his own, MVP. Westbrook on his own, MVP. Even right now, James Harden is the second best player on his team. Even right now, Russell Westbrook.
That's debatable.
In that playoff
series, the third. Third, fourth.
In that playoff
Third
series,
best player to see.
in that playoff series, Russell Westbrook was the best player on that Clippers team this past season.
What he doing,
So,
LA? What he
yeah,
doing? What,
but see, you just said that about him and his play style next to Bron, but you wanna add Clay's play style without Curry, and he can't dribble. He can't get them rebounds. He not
no,
get. But you want to,
no, you can't.
but you want to pull back on Westbrook because you know individually he's better than Clay. You know
That's not
individually.
the argument. That's not the argument. All I'm sitting here saying is we can't sit here and poo-poo like Draymond and Clay because of we can't sit here and say, oh, they went and become this or become that because of they played with Curry this whole time. We don't know what they would have become. At one point, there was an argument to be made. Clay was a top 3 shooting guard in the league. And you could say, oh, he wasn't dribbling, he wasn't doing this. He get in the right system, it doesn't matter. If you can shoot, you can shoot. I see multiple times. I know you know, Mr. Warriors fan, Clay hit it in your face even when you're right there. It does not matter. So I can't sit here and be like, oh, he can't dribble, he can't do this. Great players find ways to make buckets when they need to. Draymond, arguably one of the smartest players that we ever seen. So I can't sit here and say, oh, he wouldn't have been great just because he's in the Warrior system. Like, I feel like you're diminishing them because of who they play with and not giving them the benefit of the doubt. They're great players regardless.
Nah, they are. They great players, bro. But they to that same magnitude. I mean, it's again, bro. You can see it today. The only
Isaiah, let me real quick. Would you have said that Russ and Harden was going to be MVPs based off of what you saw in OKC?
Honestly, Westbrook.
No.
Because Westbrook was actually performing in the look back at those finals games. It was Russ that was hooping. KD was the one that was choking against Bron and them.
Oh,
that was Westbrook when they first went to the play. All right. Okay. Go look at the final stats. Go look at the final stats. Go look at the final stats when they went to the finals against Bron. He was there, bro. He was there.
Yeah. What else I got, man? What else I got?
I can save my other for round robin. So it's up to y'all. What y'all got?
Isaiah, you got anything?
No.
Yo, Isaiah becoming you, Darius. Just talking just to talk.
No, Isaiah is Isaiah.
Bro, KD averaged 30 points per game, 6 rebounds, 1.5 steals on 54% shooting and 39% from the 3. Bro put up 36 the first game, 32, 25, 28, and 32. Where was he choking at?
Watch the highlight. You guys look at stats. Watch the game.
Oh my Jesus,
game, bro. The game.
Bro just told me to go look up the stats, and when I went and looked up the stats didn't agree with him. Now he's saying go watch the game, and then if I go watch the game, it's gonna tell me the same thing.
All right.
Oh man. Nah, you can't. You still got to give KD his flowers at the end of the day.
Yeah,
still a great, still a top 15 player all time at least. Some could say top 10, whatever. Everyone's list is totally different. But yeah. So I see both sides to this argument, and I'm in agreement to both sides as far as KD's teams, as far as Steph's teams. A little different, I will say, but maybe we can get into a little bit more of that at another day, another time. Another topic here I got is rumors say Clippers are open to trading Paul George, possible trades to the Rockets or Portland for possibly the 3rd or the 4th pick of the draft for top 5 draft pick, a 32, 33-year-old Paul George. If he goes to the Blazers, I mean, that just tells me that Dame Lillard isn't going anywhere. My issue with Paul George is that you're giving up a top 5 draft pick, especially to a team like Portland, who can possibly rebuild that roster around a younger player like Brandon Miller from Alabama or Scoot Henderson. Now you have maybe 2 young guards, and a Freeney. I know Don doesn't really like a Freeney Simons, but I think he still hasn't reached his potential as a player in this league, as a scorer. But you get a guy to surround that team and trade and get more pieces as far as players or draft capital to come to Portland. And you're going to trade that for Paul George, Paul George hasn't played more than 60 games in 4 years. And also, he's missed the last 2 playoff series. So, what am I supposed to do with that? What is Dame supposed to do with that? What is the Portland Trailblazers supposed to do with that? Houston, you have a very, very young roster. I could see this team being maybe the Thunder, or maybe you just don't have obviously a Shea, not yet. But I don't know. The Magic is another team that's just has a bunch of young guys that just can't gel together for some reason. But why bring in Paul George and James? I mean, I wouldn't mind James Harden coming back, but I really don't want Paul George to come to Houston. That it doesn't benefit the team. It doesn't. He can't stay healthy. He isn't what he was when he was in Indiana. If I was getting the Indiana Pacers, Paul George, oh yeah, 100%. Go get him. Go get that guy. Because he's a two-way scorer. He'll play defense. I know he'll show up. I know he'll play majority of the season, and I know he'll be there for the playoffs. But I don't know. It gives Dame a solidified star, but it's really the health.
Man, if I was Houston's GM, I'd be going crazy right now, bro. I'd absolutely get Paul George.
In Houston?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
I'd get Paul George because you guys have everything. Y'all have enough assets to blow everything up just by simply signing James Harden. I would get Paul George. I would get Kyle Kuzma or Porzingis out of Washington with Paul George and James Harden. I'd make a big 3 out of those 3 in Houston. You'd win something. You'd be a playoff team. And y'all have enough money and cap space to sign around because y'all have been a rebuilding franchise. So the new CBA rules and all that, they don't apply to y'all the same. You know what I'm saying? You have more cap space. So mid-level exception salaries, free agents, like y'all can get those guys.
How do you build a roster with Porzingis? Don't get me wrong. Porzingis has gotten better throughout the years. I wouldn't mind Kyle Kuzma because he's playing very well at the moment. Yeah. But James Harden isn't the same. He's not consistent. I mean, he's more facilitator at this point of his career. He's not that consistent scorer. Now, I mean, you got Kevin Porter Jr. and you got Jalen Green. Okay, you're gonna have to give up one of them. So I'm assuming Kevin Porter's probably the one that's gonna go.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you got Sagoon, but then you got Jabari Smith. You got Jabari Smith, who still hasn't even really developed as a player yet. 6'11", 3. I don't know. Bringing in all those pieces that's just trying to throw something at the wall that you're just trying to get the stick.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a on the fly like kind of setup, but I mean, then again, Houston hasn't really. It'd be better than what they've been playing for the past 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah, because at least you have 2 solid veterans and 3 solid veterans. I mean, and Kyle Kuzma to solidify at least a starting lineup, and then but it's really you're gonna have to give up all your young pieces in order to bring in all these guys.
I saw something about Kyle Kuzma could potentially be going to Cleveland. Now that would be good.
That would be.
I guess. Okay, I guess. I don't think that's the issue. I think they need to get rid of Allen.
Yeah.
But as far as that Paul George situation, I don't think it benefits you. At this point, for me, I'm just not about to be grabbing players just because they're available. Like, I get it, they want to try to win now, but Houston, even if y'all got Paul George, y'all not a championship level team. Even if y'all did get James Harden, y'all not a championship level team. Portland, the same thing. Like, I just don't understand why these teams are trying to get these players that's y'all aren't one piece away. Y'all are multiple pieces still away. Even if y'all get these guys, kind of like the Suns right now, none of us think that they're gonna win a championship, but they I guess you could say they kind of switched the bad issue that they were just gonna waive Chris Paul, so now they traded him for something. But it's like, nah, I'm not about to just be sitting here grabbing these players with these big ass salaries and just hoping it works. Like, Houston ain't winning nothing, even if they did to get him. It's the Rockets.
Whoa. Don't disrespect it. Don't you disrespect us now. We took Kobe to Game 7, man.
Oh,
we took Kobe to Game 7 with no Yao Ming and no T-Mac.
What happened?
We lost.
Oh.
Oh,
y'all ready? Y'all ready to get to the shooting guard draft?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Shooting guard draft. After I cooked up Don last week, now we got Zay. So now we got a 3-man rotation. It's gonna be a little tough, Don. It's gonna be a little tough now.
I'm just trying to figure out how we gonna decide who gets the first and second pick.
So I got my coin here. Just like last week. So Don, since you supposedly won last week,
It ain't supposed. You know I won.
Don, heads or tails, man?
Heads.
All right, it is tails. All right.
So what that mean?
Heads or tails?
Heads.
We're gonna do one more flip here. It is heads. You want the first pick, second pick, or third pick?
I'll take the first.
All right. Don, heads or tails?
You know what? I'll take the third.
You take the third. Whoa, hold on. Heads or tails?
Yo,
I'm giving you the second pick. Why don't you
win? How do you figure I want the second pick?
This guy's funny.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
You motherfucker. It's heads.
I'll take third pick.
God damn it. All right. So the way this works, it is going to be a snake draft. I'm sure everyone knows what a snake draft is. And so let's get it, fellas. Let's get it.
I might as well just write down who Isaiah got right now and who you already got. I don't even need to hear y'all say the name.
Man. I mean, whatever Isaiah doesn't choose, then I'm obviously going to.
Exactly. But I feel I just hope he picks the right person first.
All right. So before we start it off, we got to get it going here. Isaiah on the clock. Who you got?
Coming in at the number 1 pick and the only pick, Michael Jordan.
I like it.
Guard ever.
I like it. I mean, you already know, man. I gotta come on, man. Come on. I want to be like Mike, man. So I gotta go with Kobe, Bean Bryant at number 2 at the number 2 pick.
Okay.
I wanted this pick right here because I could basically take. Arguably, there's a gap after you get past these top 4, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna take a guy that's a 3-time champion, 10+ time All-Star, probably the greatest block and shooting guard of all time. Mr. 305 himself. I am taking D Wade, my favorite player of all time. I knew y'all was gonna take them. That's why I wanted the third pick. And then I'm gonna go to a guy then I'm gonna go to a guy that we just finished talking about, because when he was in Houston, that man's was a problem. I'm taking James Harden, MVP level player, a guy that could go get you 60 on any given night. Took the Warriors to Game 7. If Chris Paul was healthy, maybe would have beat them, and I probably would have took them to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. And he invented his own step back that people was calling travels. The man's was a bucket back then.
All right.
I want to hear some of the nonsense once we get towards the back end of these players.
You got D Wade and James Harden.
I already won.
No, you didn't. Because honestly, my 2 would definitely cook your 2 in a 2-on-2. James Harden is definitely not guarding Tracy McGrady, and I'm definitely about to take T-Mac, a two-time scoring champ, Tracy McGrady, NBA Hall of Famer, Tracy McGrady, Houston Rockets, or Orlando Magic.
I'll say
Tracy McGrady. That's who I'm going to take right there. And what did Kobe say? Who was the hardest player to guard in his time? Tracy McGrady. So, yeah, James Harden definitely not touching T-Mac in his prime.
James Harden is better than T-Mac in their prime. What are you talking about?
Hey. I didn't say T-Mac was better. Maybe as an offensive threat because he has the passing ability, but as far as a score, come on now.
James Harden is still cooking him in scoring too. What are you talking about?
He's a better shooter. Other than that,
that's not my problem.
Other than that, T-Mac is one of the best scorers of all time.
Who's a better scorer, T-Mac or James Harden, Darius?
Hey, brother.
Talking about my 2 would cook your 2. No, the fuck they wouldn't.
My 2 would definitely cook your 2.
No, they would not. You acting like D Wade wasn't a scorer in his prime by himself.
He was. He's
a two-way player, bro.
He's the best.
Man, stop it.
You acting like T-Mac can't guard.
T-Mac ain't got nothing for those 2.
Are you kidding me? You're talking about you talk about he's damn near Melo at the 2.
Bro, I don't care about none of that. He's not stopping D Wade or James Harden. That does not matter.
Crazy.
He is not stopping them. Isaiah, is T-Mac stopping D Wade or James Harden in their prime?
Crazy. You sound crazy.
That's tough, man. Ain't none of them boys no defenders.
D Wade was. Kobe was.
Yeah.
T-Mac ain't doing nothing with them boys.
T-Mac different though.
100%.
T-Mac different.
Who you got, Isaiah? You got 2 picks here.
I'm going my second pick. I'm going with the Mr. Logo himself, Jerry. I'm going with Jerry West, Finals MVP, the only player to average 40 in a playoff series other than Jordan himself, the guy number 1 on my list. And him being the logo of our league should be all the respect you need on his name, Mr. Jerry. Other than Mr. Jerry, I'm going with the 6-foot killer. You know who I'm talking about. AI. Who also embarrassed number 1 on my list. But you know.
Well, you got a point there.
See, I'm in a tough position here, man. I got the middle pick. Like, what the?
Yeah,
that's some bullshit.
Go ahead, continue with your Houston love. Continue with the Houston stuff. There's a Houston Rocket still on this list.
Hey, he might drop.
Oh man,
he gonna drop.
He gonna drop Clyde down there.
That's what I say. Go ahead and continue with the Houston stuff.
Oof, this one's hard. This one's hard because I don't know who to choose, and you know, I gotta choose him because He is a two-time NBA champ. And he's better known as Jesus Shuttleworth, right? That's his name, right?
Oh
And we're gonna
my
go with a
Jesus.
10-time All NBA player, one of the best three-point shooters of all time. And honestly, LeBron and D Wade and Bosh may have not have one of those championships without this young man right here. And we're gonna go with him, the man himself, Ray Allen.
Dog, I just want you to know, me and Zay are picking from top of the top shooting guard list, and you're going all the way to the bottom of not bottom, but you're going towards the top 10-ish, 11 range of these players that you're calling out. It is craziness. But hey, continue on.
Wait. When Ray Allen was with the Bucks, was he?
He's
he
not a
He wasn't a
top
walking
five shooting
bucket.
guard. He's not a top 5 shooting guard. He's not
Bro,
top 7.
all the top 5 shooting guards are taken.
No, they're not. No, okay, but I'm saying he's not top 7. He's not top 8. He's not top 9.
D Wade, Kobe, D Wade, Jerry West.
I agree. All top 5
James
are going.
Harden
I agree with that.
and Jordan. What are you talking about?
But there's some other people. Who's
better than Ray Allen?
Clyde Drexler.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Clyde never won
Yes,
anything.
he is.
Clyde never won anything.
What? So what? Winning determines who's and he did win the championship with Houston.
A chip, bro. He won a chip.
Well, who? Houston?
Houston.
Bro, what did he do in that Houston team? He was old.
Bro, I don't care about that.
Yo.
I
When you
don't care
talk about
that.
ring chasing,
Jerry West wasn't even a part of the team when he won the
did-
championship. He
did
came
make
back.
He did make 2 All-Stars with that Houston team. You're right.
Bro, like, come on now. Bro got better career numbers than Ray Allen. If you want to keep it 100. Oh yeah, I'm glad you took Ray Allen. Oh, I'm glad. With my third overall pick, I'm taking Clyde Drexler. Bro,
He doesn't even have better numbers than Ray
yes,
Allen.
he does. He got 20 points compared to 18 points, more rebounds, more assists. Like, what are you talking about?
Nigga, what are you talking about?
What
We got to compare these stats.
I'm looking at the stats right now. Career stats: Clyde Drexler got 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Ray Allen is 18 points per game. Yes, 18 points per game.
He got more points than him.
What you talking about overall?
Of course.
I don't care about that. We talking about just stats. I don't care about how much.
He got more points. He got more blocks. He got more steals.
Oh, that don't matter. That don't matter.
More assists. What you talking about?
I'm talking about just a season. I'm talking about for the career.
He got
I ain't talking
rebounds.
about.
No, he got less.
What
rebounds.
about?
He got 1,000 less rebounds. Okay. They both 10-time All-Stars. What you talking about?
And in they peak, Clyde Drexler had a better peak. His numbers was better in they peak. Clyde Drexler took his team to the finals by himself when he was with Portland, and he ran across Jordan. What do you mean? Ray Allen ain't never did nothing like that.
Bro, Ray Allen was on the fucking Bucks.
Dog, I don't care. He was on the Portland Trail Blazers.
Bro, at 31, Ray Allen was still averaging damn near 27 points.
Dog, that means nothing to me.
Clyde was on the downfall at that time. 19.
Dog,
come on, man.
You know what I'm doing for my fourth. You know what I'm doing for my 4th overall pick. I'm taking the Iceman, George Gervin himself. Bro averaged 25 points per game, and he's a 12-time All-Star, 4-time scoring champ on the NBA 75 team. Bro, this roster looking lovely.
Allen is on the All 75 team.
Bro, that has nothing to do with me. I'm talking about my next pick. I'm not talking about Ray Allen no more.
Ray Allen is a Hall of Famer.
What does that have to do with me talking about George Gervin?
He's a 2-time NBA champion.
What that got to do with right now?
Ray Allen.
Dog, who is your next pick? Who is your next pick?
Ray Allen wasn't even the guy on that Miami roster and was still contributing.
What that mean?
I mean, he's a spot up shooter. We just kind of referred to that. Somebody else who I know for damn sure a better shooting guard all time than Ray, but we ain't gonna go there yet.
It's all right, because I'm gonna pick him right now, man. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna shoot the lights out, man. I'm gonna take Reggie Miller, man. I'm gonna take Reggie Miller.
That is not who I thought you was gonna take.
I'm gonna take Reggie Miller.
That is not who I thought you was gonna take.
I'm gonna take Reggie Miller right there.
Mm.
I give Isaiah Klay Thompson. I give him Klay Thompson.
That's actually funny because I wasn't gonna pick him first. I'm trying to see what category this dude fall under, but he's only 6'5", but I feel like he's more of a 2 than a 3.
Darius, we got 2 more picks, me and you. Isaiah still has 3 more picks,
and I got some good ones.
We'll see.
Check them out now. You already
see some bull.
Dog. Yeah, Isaiah, you see what I'm saying? I'm looking at the all-time list right now. All Darius players besides Kobe is at
T-Mac, Ray, and Reggie, ain't it?
Yeah, they're at 12, 10, and 9 all-time ranked.
You got Wade, Harden, and who else?
Clyde and George Gervin.
Oh, Iceman. That's tough. That's tough right there. Okay.
Darius to be going off of his heart, off of who made him feel good.
So I'm actually going to go for my next pick. I'm gonna go with Elgin Baylor. I'm going to Baylor. 27 and 14 for the guy. And then I'm gonna go with Klay. Because who is Ray Allen? That's the knockoff Klay Thompson. Are you serious? 4-time NBA champ. You know who that is.
This nigga said all 75 players of all time.
Bro said the knockoff. Oh
Klay
my.
Thompson? Yo, you sick.
Nah, hey, I'm just fucking
man.
But nah, Klay,
man.
It's debatable if Klay is better than Ray though.
It really is debatable.
It's
debatable.
That's no. Only thing about Klay is that before he got hurt, he was a true 3-and-D player.
Yeah, I was about to say
like he will guard the best player on the other roster. Other
and
than
Ray
that,
Allen was a defensive liability.
And still with that, Klay only made one all-defensive team.
Oh.
Talk about he better than Ray Allen. Get the hell out of here, man.
So real quick, are we counting? I was counting like DeRozan and Jimmy as small forwards. Or are y'all counting them as shooting guards?
I mean, that was honestly what I was struggling with Elgin Baylor. I know he plays both, you know.
Because I'm prepared to leave Jimmy until next week when we do small forward. I can tell you right now, I'm going to draft Jimmy.
I can drop Elgin off and get another 2.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just I'll leave Jimmy and DeRozan for small forward.
Yeah, because I think DeRozan just got his position switched, ain't it? He was a 2.
Yeah, I think he's like a power forward now or something like that.
Yeah.
No, he's a small forward right now, actually.
I don't know what's up with them boys making the 3s play the 4 now, but yeah.
So your 2 was hell no. Your 2 was Elgin Baylor and Klay Thompson. Oh yeah. Damn. I thought it was me.
Damn, this is tough.
Now I got a feeling you might take somebody that I was about to take.
Oh,
I know who I really want.
Because if y'all don't take this man,
I know who I really want. But you know what? I'm gonna stick with my narrative as far as the bad boy Pistons, and I'm gonna go with Joe Dumars. We're gonna play some defense, man. We're gonna play some defense.
Nah. Did he just bring out Joe?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I know who the fans ain't rocking with. No,
Hey.
Hey,
Oh.
5-time all defensive player.
Oh,
Two-time NBA champ.
since these are my
Hall
last
of
two
Fame.
picks, let me go with a Hall of Famer. Let me go with a 2-time All-Star, a 6-man of the year, full-time champion.
You
You know what I'm
motherfucker.
saying? The man
I
that
should have
made
just
James.
picked him. I
The
should have
man
just
that
picked
made
him.
he made James Harden look fool when he thought he had a game-winning shot. I am going with Manu. Hey man,
I'm upset.
probably the greatest Argentina that we ever seen play.
That's the second time you did that shit.
A person that steps up in the playoffs, and I believe didn't he win like in the Olympics with Argentina? I want to say
he did.
So I'm going Manu, and then for my last pick, this is just fun and games for me now because I honestly feel like I got the best roster now. I'm going with somebody that I know the fans are gonna just when they hear the name, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, he was good." I'm going with Vince Carter, the dunk contest champion, rookie of the year in '99, 2-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA, 8-time All-Star. I'm going with the man that played with 20 years or 21 years, something like that. I'm going with VC, and that's my 6.
This man took my pick again, back-to-back goddamn weeks. I knew I should have just picked Manu. That's the person I said I really want to go with. But I needed a defender because you
ain't had to pick up Joe.
Defense,
hey, because the people our age ain't even gonna know who Joe Dumars is. Yeah.
So you fucking picked George Gervin.
Hey, but at least they heard of the Iceman before. They've heard of that.
That's because everyone loves scoring guards, man.
Hey, that's not my fault. Should have picked them.
Oh man. All right, let's see here.
You need some options here? I can give you some options.
No. I think I know who I'm gonna go with.
You want ISO Joe?
Nah.
No.
Nah. All right. So
at this point, you might as well go with somebody current. At this point,
I should, but I'm not. I'm gonna go with another top 12 shooting guard all time, 5-time All-Star, 4-time All NBA.
Who's top 12 that got past us?
I'm gonna go with Pete Maverick. I'm gonna shoot the lights out, man.
Bruh is not top 5. He's top 12.
Are you serious?
He is not top 12.
Yo, you crazy. The man, all of my players that you sitting on are all on the NBA All 75 roster.
Yo,
so
what that mean?
I don't care what you got to tell me.
Isaiah.
Yeah, he was a scoring champ. What you the man averaged 24 points per game.
Isaiah. This man was still in his dad when this man played. This man played in 71 to 80. This man ain't even see him play. He didn't know what type of work he was doing.
Nigga, you picked Oscar Robinson. You didn't see one fucking the highlights was playing black and white of Oscar Robinson talking about Mr. Triple Double. You didn't see one triple double from that man.
Hey, I seen it on tape. I seen that.
We going tradition. Like, hold on. You said we could choose someone from today now, right?
Hey, whatever floats your boat, man.
Like switched as a 2?
Nah, as in they are a 2.
They are 2 guard now. They are listed in the league as a shooting guard.
Yeah, I guess I don't know who in the league right now that you would want to take right now, but hey, do you?
You telling me Kyrie Irving ain't up there? If he's listed as a shooter?
We had him as a point guard last week.
Oh, okay. Hey, I was about to say now, if Mr. Irving too.
Look at him, ready to try to do some nonsense.
ready now. Got to stay ready. I ain't gonna lie.
You get Jaylen Brown though.
No. You did take my pick with Manu, so I was trying to think of somebody else. but I wanted to do it justice because there's a lot of guys just on the fence. I ain't just trying to throw no names out there like no Joe.
Oh, kind of like Joe Dumar, you know. Yeah, just throwing shit, just throwing stuff, seeing if it stick.
So 5-time All NBA player,
Oh
NBA
my
defensive
God.
player is not gonna guard up on any when he. Yeah. Come on, man.
Defense back then where they was able just to smack you upside the head and do all that ain't gonna cut it right now. Do you think he got anything for any of these guys that score like that? Because I don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't believe that nonsense.
100%.
Who you got, Isaiah?
I'm going to go with. Gosh, bruh.
Oh, you only got one pick left. Oh, yeah.
Oh, but I got like 4 guys I'm trying to decide from.
You need my help to help you come in second?
No, but if you name your little potentials, you might steal one of mine that I got listed down here.
Well, I don't want to help you find people. I was just gonna go off of who you know, who you already got.
Well, see, you recommended Joe Johnson, so you know that right there was like, okay, yeah, ain't none of them boys that bad. All right. So.
Nah, I just gave that to Darius because that's the type of stuff Darius does.
Shit, I should have used ISO Joe, man.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go with.
You get Brad Beal.
Beal?
Jamal Crawford.
Jamal Crawford. Rip Hamilton.
No, not Rip. I don't want Rip.
Monte Ellis.
No.
B. Roy. Don't you do that. That's going to be that mess that got Darius messed up last week picking an injury-riddled player.
Yo, y'all some haters, man.
He was tough.
That's what I'm telling him.
You get CJ McCollum.
Nah, I want no CJ McCollum. I want no CJ McCollum.
Dog, there got to be a clock on how long you're taking to make your final pick. You got Mitch Richmond.
Shit, fuck around, pick Jimmy Butler.
Mitch Richmond.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler is going to be on the small forward list. Don't you start that nonsense.
Yeah, we know who you picking first.
No, he's not going to be first. I probably, if I get the first or second pick, it's kind of a guarantee of who I'm picking. I promise you I'm not picking Larry.
For small forwards next week, I know who I'm getting.
But since y'all so down, I hope I get the third pick, to be honest with you again. Damn, nigga. Damn, make a choice. It's one name. Say a name. Jeez. I don't watch this clock go from 118 to 120.
I'm gonna go with Gail Goodrich.
On that note,
Did you watch Gail Goodrich?
I know with that pick, T-Mac is cooking that man.
I'm gonna go with
100%.
100%. Okay. All right. So to a recap, my starting 6, my all-time shooting guard in my draft, my first pick was the one, the only, the exceptional, Mr. 305 himself, Dwayne Wade. Then my second pick, I got Mr. Step Back. Mr. created his own travel, and they called it as a straight, clean step back. Harden, MVP, scoring champ, whatever you want to say for James Harden, took the Warriors to Game 7. Then I went Clyde Drexler, a man that went toe-to-toe with Michael Jordan. Then I went to the Iceman, George Gervin, gonna put buckets, just easy buckets. Then I went to half man, half amazing. Mr. Vince Carter dunked on a 7-footer in the Olympics. And then I finished it off with Manu Ginobili, the glue to the San Antonio's team. They would not have won those championships without this man. Who do you have, Darius?
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna go with the my draft, my best draft shooting guards. We're gonna go with, you already know, Mamba mentality. R.I.P. Mamba. Kobe Bean Bryant, my top. He's number 6 all time on my list. It's all right. But number 2 best point guard of all time, Kobe B. Bryant. You already know what we do here.
Shooting guard.
Then, yeah, that's what I meant. Then we're gonna go with T-Mac, the better of the 2 cousins from Vince Carter and T-Mac. 2-time scoring champ, one of the best scorers of all time, Hall of Famer, Tracy McGrady. Then, who did I pick third? We went with a 10-time All-NBA player, All-75 roster, and Ray Allen, 2-time champion, one of the best three-point shooters besides Steph, Clay. Who else we got? Reggie Miller and Ray Allen. There we go. Oh, matter of fact, I also got Reggie Miller on that list too. Another 5-time All-NBA player, one of the best shooters, three-point shooters of all time. And we also got Pete Maverick, one of the best three-point shooters of all time. 24 points per game. Come on, man. Scoring title. He put up 2,000 points multiple times in his career. And who else? That's 5 right there. And number 6, you already know. Joe Dumars. You already know. Mamba and Joe locking up everyone. It's over, man. It's over, man. I don't even know.
You're right. You're right. It's over.
I don't even know what Isaiah's 6th pick was, but he's getting cooked.
Isaiah, who do you have?
Hey, man. Actually, hold on.
No, you already said it's set in stone.
Nah. Nah, the draft is over.
The 6 that you have, who do you have?
You can't pick up no free agents.
Hey, on me, I'm good. You act like I don't have Michael Jordan at number 1.
Kobe.
Thank you.
We'll put Kobe on him.
That's cooking everybody. Nobody else on your list is messing
with. We're putting Kobe on him.
It's over. Jerry West
bucket for bucket.
Jerry West is number 2. He's frying. Who you putting on Jerry?
I put Joe Dumars.
Who? Anybody?
Joe.
D Wade.
Right.
Yup.
He can still go too. AI. Hard over height. We catching bodies over all y'all. Elgin Baylor. I don't even think any of y'all 2 guards get boards like my boy. For real. You talking about defense? He locking up. Yeah. Clay. Come on, bro. Clay Thompson.
Yo, everyone on
I thought he couldn't drip.
Honestly, everyone on the list is cooked.
Hold on. Let him get his last one off.
You said I thought that he couldn't dribble. Exactly.
Nah, I ain't saying that, bro. Go ahead and say your last one. Who your last pick?
Hey, ain't nobody on this list dropping 60 with 9 dribbles. Nobody. Last but not least, I'm going with Gail Goodrich, Laker legend. So what? Y'all boys don't know about him? Cool. Look him up. Top 75.
People, let us know who had the better shooting guard draft. I believe we all can agree on who had the worst. But hey, who had the worst? Well,
hey.
Besides Jordan and Jerry West, I mean,
AI,
and I'm an AI guy, but come on, man, come on.
Like Darius said, what else can you pick if we doing all across the board? You know what I'm saying? No. You can't duplicate a player. You got to go with what's left.
Yo, Gail Goodrich shouldn't even step on the court.
Gail Goodrich is better than Joe.
Well,
and the way Vince Carter looking, I mean, damn,
Not looking. What was he at his prime? We're going at primes. What was Vince Carter at his
you
prime?
want to use primes.
Oh, so we everybody in their prime?
Yes.
All right.
Hey man.
AI in his prime is better than Clyde, George, Miller, and Carter. Ginobili in his prime should be up there above Clyde, George, Miller, and Carter on your list.
It don't matter. I got them all on my team. It does not matter who you want to say. It does not matter. All I know is I got 3 of the top 7 shooting guards of all time on my team. That's what I do know.
I got the best player ever.
Hey. It be like that sometimes, but then you surrounded him with trash.
Hey, drop these lists on TikTok. We're gonna see.
I am.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me. I am.
Yeah. Definitely drop the list.
We're gonna see who the fans choose, man.
Definitely drop
Hey, Isaiah, then look at this mess here. Mirovic and Joe Dumars. And then with the second pick.
The Swarm Pete was a point guard, though, for real.
Who?
Pete
Mirovic.
Point.
Nah, he on the 2-guard list, man. He on the 2-guard list.
Hey,
look at that. Look at that, Zay. He didn't even watch him. He don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Because Pistol Pete was a assist machine.
You talking
hey,
about
dog.
You talking about no one knowing who Pistol Pete is? Who knows who Gail Goodrich is?
Hey, all my people out there that play my team on Gail Goodrich is. Bro. They know who them.
Jesus.
Man, that man nickname was Stumpy.
But now you got 2 players that you got 2 players that play the exact same in Ray Allen and Reggie Miller.
You're right, and we're gonna shoot the lights out.
No,
we're gonna find them,
bro.
I'm gonna find them with the no look. T-Mac is the high flyer. Come on, man. Joe Dumars just lock up the best player. Doesn't matter. Jordan, go get Jordan. James Harden? Oh yeah, it's playoff time. Go lock up.
James Harden in any big game automatically drops to just an average Joe.
Go lock him up.
It's a good thing we ain't talking about regular games here. Playoff games. Are y'all ready to get to round robin?
All right, so we got round robin. Don, you want to start it off?
Well, speaking of Harden, sounds like he's headed back to Philly. I'm liking this because I was hearing a whole bunch of nonsense of, Philly could trade Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris for Damian Lillard. They ain't doing that if they got Harden there. So I'm loving that. I think this team is just going to stay stagnant because James Harden is James Harden now. He isn't Houston Rockets James Harden. And Joel Embiid, for another year, has failed to get out the second round. And that's this team's ceiling is the second round. So it's just like a move that you're just going to stay in place, to be honest with you.
Yeah, his best opportunity, Joel Embiid's best opportunity to win a ring is 1, get away from Doc Rivers, and 2 is
he's gone.
Oh yeah, they fired him. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
But to get out of Philly because he's not gonna win one in Philly.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I personally think James Harden should win back to Houston. That's just me, though.
I don't know what for. Both teams ain't gonna win.
I'm just a person. I just look at like the personnel side of it. I mean, he looked like he was just able to be himself, hoop. You know what I'm saying? And we all know outside of the court, bruh enjoys the nightlife. He enjoys the partying, stuff like that. So he ain't got that in Philly. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey.
What you got, Isaiah?
For my round robin, I mean, we kind of discussed it a little bit earlier. Paul George kind of being used as trade bait. Which, for the Clippers, I know we talk about Paul George and the Rockets side of thing, but for the Clippers side of thing, if they lose him, I mean, dang, they found something in Norman Powell last year. That dude a bucket. I mean,
Nah, but does that mean they move Kawhi though?
I don't know if
Nah,
you
they keep Kawhi.
necessarily move Kawhi, but you get guys that are available that can play. And for Paul George, you know, he's very injury prone. Obviously with a guy like Westbrook fits their system. He fits their style of play. Norman Powell can score. Terrence Mann can be that defender that can switch on the perimeter. He can be a playmaker, kind of like how Paul George was for them. And then you bring in the draft pick that I'm sure would be ready to play. They would just have to, you know, teach him how to fit into their system. I think it could work for the Clippers. You know, they've been kind of pulling on that Kawhi and PG duo for a minute.
Yeah, and that's starting to get stagnant.
Yeah, and they ain't really winning anything. So why not take a chance?
Yeah, I agree. Um, my round robin is which one of these players on uh, on a prove it year will bounce back? Um, we got Elijah Moore from the Cleveland Browns. We got Najee Harris on the Steelers. We got Kyle Pitts on the Falcons. And we got Jerry Jeudy with the Broncos. Which one of these guys is going to bounce back? Which one of these guys is pretty much going to stay stagnant and fall off? Down what
So
you got?
what? I'll probably go with Jerry Jeudy. I feel like even though I'm not a biggest Russell Wilson fan, I'll probably go with Jerry Jeudy just for Sean Payton has proven that he knows how to use wide receivers, and look what he did with Michael Thomas. So I probably would go with Jerry Jeudy, and it's not like Brez and the exceptional route runner in itself. So Jerry Jeudy.
And which one of you think these guys are going to stay pretty stagnant?
Kyle Pitts.
Oh, you disrespectful. You know that's false.
I know it's just because his quarterback is trash.
Oh man, here we go. Here we go. For me, I'm gonna go. I think you're right as far as Jerry Jeudy. Because one thing I love about a receiver is a guy that can route run and create separation. I won't say he's the best. I won't say he's the best at creating space, but he does have exceptional route running skills as majority of these guys that come out of Bama. Um, but I think with a Sean Payton scheme, I think that'll work very well, and he'll be able to maximize his ability this year. As far as a person that'll stay stagnant, I think it's going to be Elijah Moore, man. I felt like we probably seen the best of him his first year with the Jets, and I don't know. I think Amari Cooper's going to step it up this year. I think the rookie from Tennessee is going to take over that number 2 spot. And even though reports have came out that Elijah Moore and Deshaun Watson have been connecting during camp, I don't know. I just don't see it. Just don't see it. What you got?
I just, I seen it today. They had a realistic trades that they could see happening on draft night. And, I just be looking. I just be seeing stuff. You know what I'm saying? They had Damian Lillard to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry, the number 18th pick in this year draft, a first rounder in 2027, a first rounder pick swap in 28, and a 2029 first round pick. If the Miami Heat get Damian Lillard, where do they rank in the Eastern Conference, and what is their ceiling?
Damn. Damn, they're giving up 4 first-round draft picks and
That
Tyler
doesn't
Hero?
matter. That doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't care
Damian
about
Lillard
Kyle
here.
Lowry.
We're talking about Damian Lillard here.
I guess. I mean, I to be honest with you, I think that's a lot.
It's not, and honestly, they only giving up 3 because one of the 28 one is a pick swap, so they'll just get the leaser of the first round picks, but still a first round pick.
Yeah, I mean, I would say.
My bad. I left off a piece. Dame and Nurkic.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Nurkic should probably have to come off the bench.
We
But
can do that.
which is great. But I think that'll make them like still around that number 4 seed.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Darius, stop, Darius, bro.
I mean, you still got the Bucks there. You still got the Celtics. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they're not a playoff roster, like a championship roster. I think
You
they do.
think that the Bucks, the Celtics, and I guess the 76ers would have a better record than Miami with Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, Bam, and Nurkic, and Caleb Martin and Spoelstra. You think they'd have a better record than them?
Yeah.
Darius, you don't believe that nonsense.
Is that not believable?
Hell no.
You think they're gonna be? You just think they're gonna be the number 1 seed because you're a Heat fan.
I don't think that it don't even matter if you could have said top 2 and I would have let it ride. But when you said top 4, really?
How is that far fetched? I came in like 7th, 8th. You had the 8th spot last year.
Yeah, but the year before that, we had the number 1 seed without Nurkic or Damian Lillard. The only reason we was at 7 this year is because we had so many injuries.
Okay, so what goes to show? I mean, y'all losing Tyler Hero.
Is Damian Lillard not head and shoulders better than Tyler Hero?
Oh, 100%.
But for how long?
I think to the end of his career, Tyler Hero is not that guy. He is good. He ain't no Damian Lillard. He's not even an all-star level player.
But y'all just said, well, you just said y'all made it. Y'all was number 1. Then y'all was number 8. Y'all went to the finals. Y'all all had Tyler Hero during that time.
I believe. Hold on. Tyler Hero was not there this whole postseason. He got injured in game 1, and then on top of that, the year in the bubble. It's the bubble when we made it to the finals again. And then last year, he was injured when we got to the playoffs again to face Boston. So this man constantly is injured when we need him the most.
But y'all are acting like y'all's problem is size. Y'all need size.
That's why that's why they said Dame and Nurkic.
Y'all don't need a point guard though. Damian Lillard is just there because of his name. His name.
No, Dame is there because of the scoring. We need a score. That's our issue. We need scoring. And I don't know how many times in the finals we've seen the offense go stagnant because Jimmy was either tired or he was getting guarded by Aaron Gordon. So now you bring in Dame. Ain't nobody fucking with Dame.
That's where you got Tyler Hero at though.
Tyler Hero is not that guy. He is streaky.
He's streaky, but man, he a bucket, bro.
Hey, you see what happened when you count on guys like Tyler Hero? Look at Jordan Poole this year.
Yeah, speaking of that man is in the lab right now.
Hey, I bet he was in the lab last year too, and it didn't help him in the playoffs. Bro was ass.
Well, I mean, we all know that was a lot going on. I mean, getting punched in the face.
All I can go off of is what happened out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely a thing of that player, their work ethic, but also y'all player development though. It's like you gonna give up on Tyler Hero or you'll send him away for Damian Lillard, but y'all already producing a good point guard in Gabe Vincent, so he's gonna have
free agent.
So. Like, I would get him back. Like, forget the name. Y'all need size and defense. I mean,
no, we need scoring. I'm telling you, as a Heat fan, we need scoring. We need somebody that can get buckets easily because in the playoffs, time and time. Matter of fact, the final should have went to at least game 6 because game 5 we held them boys. If we just had somebody that could sit there and score, we would have been straight. That's where Damian Lillard shows up, who's been counted on in the playoffs. That has shown that he can do this in the playoffs. But you still have not answered the question. Where would Miami rank and what is their ceiling?
I think their ceiling is obviously a championship. I mean, because they've been to the finals twice. So that's realistic.
There you go.
But
there's some other nonsense that was said, but there you go.
I didn't say y'all wasn't a championship roster. I said y'all was a championship roster. I just said I can see y'all being like the 4th seed, between like I predict that y'all gonna be like the 4th seed. That doesn't mean y'all not a championship roster. Just means, give and take the whole season, y'all could be a 4th seed.
I think
for you, Don, y'all gonna be the number 1 seed, bro.
I think y'all would have been better off.
Okay.
I think y'all would have been better off getting Bradley Beal than Dame.
I damn sure don't agree with that mess there.
I do, because Bradley Beal got a trade clause, and just like he robbed Phoenix of a 40-year-old point guard and Landry Shamet and 2nd-round picks for him, y'all could have gave up Caleb Martin and Max Strus for Bradley Beal, and that scenario.
Dog, do you realize bruh has not played a full season in the last 3 years? I think he's only played 50 or 40 games in each season, maybe not even that.
And Lillard isn't injury prone?
Lillard, no, I don't think he's injury prone. He's had some injuries recently, but compared to Bradley Beal, no. And there's levels to this. Lillard is beyond better than Bradley Beal. So it's like, come on now, like Beal, I like him. He's good, but he ain't no damn Damian Lillard.
I don't know. For me, I feel like the Heat system, it would be good with just a guy that could just play that type of role, like Bradley Beal.
I agree. I'm 100% agreeing with you. I think both fit. I agree, but if I had to pick out of the two, I'd take Dame.
All right. Any other ones y'all got for round robin?
I don't got nothing.
All right. So, Isaiah, we appreciate you, brother.
Oh,
we
no
appreciate
problem.
you being here for the definitely for the basketball takes.
We appreciate your nonsense.
Man, I'm not gonna ever forget that 6th pick, man. I don't even remember my boy name, but yo, man, I'm about to go cook him up in 2K Blacktop real quick. My man, I'll put Joe Dumars out there, man. All right, bro.
All right, man.
Peace. We got the NFC South record and bowl prediction. Gotta kind of probably speed this one up here.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to start off with the Saints?
Yeah, I do. I do the Saints and I do the Panthers.
Since the Saints is your squad and the Panthers.
Then, well, I guess you could say they're my squad compared to who else is out there. So I'll ride with it.
All right. So let's pull up the Saints schedule here. All right. So we got week 1 versus the Tennessee Titans.
Win.
At the Carolina Panthers.
I'm gonna say win because it's gonna be a rookie quarterback going against an actual veteran-led defense. So I would say win on that one too.
Then they got to go to Green Bay.
You know, I got some narratives with Green Bay. Loss. I think they lose in Green Bay.
All right. Then they have at Tampa.
Win.
No, Tampa comes to them.
Doesn't matter. Win.
New England.
Ooh, that's a tough one there.
At New England, too.
Yeah. I go with loss.
At Houston.
A win.
Versus Jacksonville.
Thursday night at home. Win.
Versus the Colts.
Win.
Versus Chicago.
Win.
Versus at Minnesota.
See, I'm going back and forth on this one because Minnesota got a high-power offense, but at the same time, Saints have their defense. I'm not like a believer in the Vikings defense. So, and I think Alvin Kamara might be back by now. I'm gonna go win.
So you got them starting off the season 8-2.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Then they got a bye week. Then they play Atlanta.
Win.
Then they play Detroit.
I'll go a loss here.
That's ridiculous. Then they play Carolina again.
I'm gonna go for a loss. I think by now Bryce Young is gonna have his feet underneath him. I'm gonna go a loss.
Then you got the Giants.
I'm gonna go off another loss. I think Saquon and Daniel Jones gets it done. And then for the last three, win.
You got them sweeping Atlanta. They never sweep Atlanta, but okay. Well,
I would stop messing with you, man.
They did sweep us last year, actually.
You know what? I'm gonna stop messing with you. I'll give them a loss just as for week 18. Just because I will say y'all have made some improvements, even though I'm not the biggest of Desmond Ritter fans.
Nah, you're a hater, bro.
I will give y'all. I will say y'all were split, but they're sweeping Tampa Bay. That is a non-negotiable.
Oh, get Tampa out of here. What's your bold prediction for the Saints?
So right now I have them going 12-4.
Yep.
So my bold prediction is the Saints actually get to the NFC Championship game. No, second round. That's a little bit too bold because I don't know if they could beat the 49ers or the Eagles, even though you know what? They played the Eagles tough last year without a quarterback. I'm gonna go second round. I think the Saints get to the second round.
So Derek Carr is gonna be 1-1 finally in his career.
Yep.
Wow. Congratulations, Derek.
Look at the hate.
Congratulations.
I
congratulated him.
No, I'm saying because just look at the schedule is easy. Like there's nothing on here that make you feel like they can't win these games. I mean, it's easy.
I got that schedule going way different than what you got.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah. So my bold prediction for them is Derek Carr on the offense. I think they're gonna struggle. To be honest with you.
Of course you do.
I think the Saints missed the playoffs.
Of course.
I think Mike Thomas again doesn't play more than 6 games. And I think Alvin Kamara definitely gets suspended. And that's gonna, the run game is going to be because they didn't even really know how to use Alvin Kamara last year. And they tried to really pass the ball. And Chris Olave was really him and the tight end were really the only offensive weapons. And then hopefully the defense can stay healthy. I don't know. But they got the oldest roster in football. I mean, Derek Carr is a double-digit interception thrower every single year. Whatever. Cool.
You ain't had the energy for Josh Allen, but cool. Who do you want to start off with, the Bucks or the Falcons?
Let's go Atlanta all day, man.
Oh, Lordy. A lot of nonsense about to go down right now.
Let's get it, man.
You ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Week 1 versus those Carolina Panthers. Who do you have?
So in NFL history, only one rookie quarterback has won their first game. So I'm going to give it to Atlanta.
Who is that?
I don't even know his name.
Week 2 versus the Green Bay Packers.
I think it's going to be a tough one, but I think we'll pull that one out and we'll start off 2-0.
Week 3 at the Detroit Lions.
We're going to lose that game.
Week 4 versus the Jaguars in London at 9:30.
We're going to win that game.
Wow. Okay. Week 5 versus the Texans.
That'll be a tough one for us, but I'm going to give us that win.
The Texans going to be tough?
Okay. Yeah, because that's like a game that I won't be surprised if we fuck around and lose.
Because that's the type of stuff y'all do.
Yeah. So I'll give us that win.
Week 6 versus the Commanders.
That's a revenge game. We'll win that game.
Week 7 at the Buccaneers in Baker Mayfield.
I think Baker struggles this game and we win.
Week 8 at the Tennessee Titans.
We lose.
Week 9 versus the Minnesota Vikings.
We lose.
Week 10 at the Cardinals.
We win.
Yo, it's amazing. You have them going 7-3 by y'all bye week. And also, you had them beating the Cardinals, who you just said last week, yo, Don, you got everybody beating the Cardinals. And now look what you turn around.
That was different.
But
I said
hey,
the Rams.
but hey,
I said the
cool.
Rams. I said the Rams.
No, you named
Rams.
off 4. You named off 3 or 4 teams when you said it, because you said the Broncos.
Only one I agree with.
But okay, cool. Week 12 versus the Saints.
We win that one.
In the Superdome.
We win. No, they come to us.
Oh yeah, my bad. Week 13 at the Jets and Aaron Rodgers.
We lose.
Week 14 versus the Buccaneers. Will y'all sweep?
Very tough to sweep a division rival. What are we at? 8? We're at 8-4. Oof. This stretch here is gonna be fucking tough.
Don't look like too many tough teams to me. Your team must be sorry.
I'm gonna say we lose that game.
Week 15 at the Panthers.
This is when Bryce Young plays pretty well towards the end of the season, and we lose that game.
Versus the Colts.
We win that game. That gives us 9 wins right there.
At the Chicago Bears in their newly ramped up defense.
We lose.
And we
lose these last 2 games.
Okay. So that is 9-8.
I said we were going to win 9 or 10 games this year. So we got to find another gimme game, which is 10 wins. But I also think the Saints may win like 9 games as well. So it really is going to.
Or they could just sweep y'all.
Nah, that's not going to happen. Not this year. Yeah. So I give us 9 wins, but I think we're going to pull off. I think we're going to pull off 10, but I give us 9. I'm a realist, man. I'm a realist.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually a solid. That's a solid pick 'em right there, man.
My bold prediction for the Atlanta Falcons is they bench Desmond Ridder by week 10 in that bye week, and they bring in Tyler Heineke, and they struggle this year, and you like this. I have them being like one of those top 10-ish teams where they able to go get a quarterback out the draft to actually pair with these players that they actually have in Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson. You know what I'm saying? So I see them as a team that's not going to do too well this year because of their quarterback situation. Because at some point, your quarterback is going to matter. All
right, I'm not really worried about that. You already know. So my bold prediction is Atlanta shocks the league, makes the playoffs, and becomes a top 10 scoring offense. Last year, they were only ranked 15. So to move up 5 more spots, that's about 5 to 7 more points per game. I think with Bijan, we can do it. And I think we've now become that top 12 minimum, but at least top 10, that 10th spot as far as the scoring offense with your boy, Desmond Ridder. All right, so we got the Carolina Panthers. You ready?
Yep.
All right, Atlanta week 1.
You know, I'm going back and forth on this, to be honest with you, because I'm trying not to do some of the nonsense that me and you tend to do sometimes. But I'm honestly, real talk. Y'all defense is going to be a defense that has never played together before. Granted, you're going against a rookie quarterback that has never played before. So it's kind of like, which one do you believe in more, to be honest with you? You see what I'm saying?
No.
Well, since you said that, win.
That's some nonsense. Then they play the Saints.
Loss.
Then they play at Seattle.
Loss.
Then they play the Vikings.
Loss.
Damn. Then at Detroit.
Loss.
Then at Miami.
Loss.
Then Houston.
Win.
Then the Colts.
Colts have a decent defense. I'm gonna go win over the Colts.
Then Chicago.
November. Is it cold in November in Detroit? In Chicago?
Might be a little chilly, and it's a primetime game.
That's Thursday night. I'm gonna go loss.
Then Dallas.
Loss, definitely.
Tennessee.
Win.
Tampa.
At the Bucks. I say they lose that one.
Then New Orleans. At New Orleans.
Win.
Then Atlanta. Bro, you know they're not sweeping us. They are not sweeping
I'll go
us.
loss.
Green Bay.
Loss.
Jacksonville.
Loss.
Tampa.
Win.
You got them going 6-11.
Hey, dog. Hey, I can only go off of what I've seen. I can't, but my bold prediction is I wouldn't be surprised if the Carolina Panthers actually go like 10-7 or something like that. Because I mean, some of these games could be pick'ems. I just can't pick them as of right now. I mean, because like some of these games, like versus Minnesota, versus Seattle, versus the Lions, you got to give those other teams the benefit of the doubt based off of what you've seen them do over the last year. But honestly, the Panthers have a good young defense, so who knows what could happen.
I'm not worried about their defense. I'm not worried about their coaching staff. I'm worried about the offense. My bro prediction is Bryce Young struggles with his height and his weight and the lack of weapons. But
they have a lack of weapons.
Yeah, he'll have a bounce back year in year 2. I think he'll get better. Adam Thielen, I'm not worried about him. He hasn't played a full season in 3 of the last 4 seasons. And last year he played 17 games, and Kirk Cousins had one of his best throwing seasons, and he only had 700 receiving yards. Great. Miles Sanders, what is he going to do without that Eagles' fantastic offense? Is he going to be a consistent 3-down back? Is he going to be able to carry the ball 250 times a year? I don't know. Without an elite run game, we don't know what he is. DJ Chark, he hasn't played a full season in his 5 years in the league. He hasn't had a 1,000-yard receiving year since 2019. I'm not worried about DJ Chark. The defense, now they were ranked 22nd in the league. I think they're good enough to be around at like 16, 17, but I think it's the offense that's going to make them struggle and not be that good of a football team this year. And the following year, they'll be better than the Saints.
You ready for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers schedule?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Week 1 at Minnesota.
They lose.
Week 2 versus the Chicago Bears.
I'm gonna say they win.
Week 3 Monday night versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh, they lose.
Week 4 at the Saints.
They lose.
Week 6 versus the Lions.
They lose.
Week 7 versus the Atlanta Falcons.
They lose.
Of course they do. Week 8 at the Bills.
They lose.
Week 9 at the Texans.
They win.
I knew you was going to do that. Week 10 at the Titans.
They lose.
Week 11, I can just put an L right here already. Versus the 49ers.
They lose.
Week 12 at the Colts.
I'm going to say they lose that one as well.
Damn. Week 13 versus the Panthers.
I want to say they lose.
Sheesh. Week 14 at the Falcons.
They win.
Week 15 at the Packers.
They lose.
Jesus. Week 16 versus the Jags.
They lose.
Week 17 versus the Saints.
They lose.
Week 18 at the Panthers.
I want to say they win.
Dog, you got them going 4-13.
Bro, my bold prediction for them is that they'll be one of the worst NFL teams. And they'll be searching for a new franchise quarterback because Baker Mayfield ain't going to cut it. And then they're going to shop veterans like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Devin White, Shaquille Barrett, players that have value. And they're going to start a rebuild. And then they're going to go back to the old Bucks that we never worried about.
My bold prediction for them is Baker Mayfield gets benched because he is just trash. That's one.
Jesus.
Two. I agree. They will be trash this season, and I believe they get what is Drake May out of North Carolina or one of them guys like that. So because I think the Cardinals are going to have the worst record, so I don't think they'll get Caleb Williams, but I believe they get the second best quarterback in this draft.
I could agree. And I would not want to see Caleb Williams come to our division. I would say that unless he comes to Atlanta, but we won't have to worry about that because we won't be in that predicament. But Don, this was a good one, man. This was definitely a good one. We had our second shooting guard draft. That was nice. That was nice. I had to cook you up again, man. Cook you and Isaiah up today.
I can promise you. Do you want to bet who they gonna say have the best draft? Like, do you want to bet a hat on that today?
Nah, I can't do it, man.
See, you ain't too confident. You ain't too confident.
I can't go off one vote, man. I can't go off one vote.
What?
Can't go off one vote, man.
Lord have mercy.
Come on, man.
It was more than one because Isaiah said it too. Said the point guard when I won, so it's more than one.
Nah. Hey, man, y'all keep it real with us, man. Who had the better draft? Was it me? Was it Don? Was it Isaiah? Definitely hit us up in the comments. Definitely let us know. That was a good one, man. And you guys already know, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate y'all tuning in every single week. Hit us up on YouTube, Facebook, IG, TikTok. Where else? We at Twitter. And you guys already know. Until next time. Peace.
This that COMEUP. Stand back while I do me. I'm the King James of this era. Do my best to be 2-3. You see the metaphoric beat destroying MC. They had to wait his turn, sit and learn from the OGs, but slowly I had myself out like a slowly get take paper to make paper. So I'm speaking from this loose leaf. Damn. I ain't even gotta talk about it. They said you public in the basement, but your songs is private. Bring back the monster, the one that you keep locked in. Shit, I ain't gotta score the points. Look at John Stockton. I put my niggas on just so they can make a profit. But for now, I ain't get up and play that monster in the closet.